bad as it's coming out to see. Like, what do y'all think about this? Mick possibly out of Formula One. I don't. In some ways, I don't think this is fair, and in some ways, it is what it is. Right at the end of the day, it's all business. I think maybe people expected too much, or people put unrealistic expectations on said driver due to his last name. That's what I think. But I don't know if he's out of Formula One, given some of the other things that we have still going currently in Formula One right now. I mean, this situation happens more often than not, right? And I was like, I'm not, gonna sit here and make obviously I might as well go live and just talk about it because it's just free flow talk. Like, I'm not all in depth with Mick. I think definitely I wanted Mick to show some promise, because I like for people to come in, young people to come in and improve themselves and do well, because that is the future of the sport, right? If we sit here and continuously think that all the drivers we currently know for the last decade are going to continuously, or even 2 decades, are going to continuously be in this sport to keep wowing and awing us, that's not realistic. There is no, I've said this plenty of times, there is no great, what's going on, fam? How y'all doing? No, Mick should stay. I think Mick should stay. I think he should stay. That's what I was saying. That, like, there is no great in any sport. I don't care where you go, whether it's soccer, football, basketball, hockey, baseball, cricket, shit. There's no sport where you're going to have a great athlete and they're going to last forever. So if you want to sit here and try to hold on to that, and that even goes to Lewis Hamilton being the greatest Formula One driver, in my opinion, based off records, based off championships, based off what he's done in the sport, what he's done outside the sport, even he is not going to be here forever. It's even debatable right now that Lewis is on the tail end of his career, and that might be true. But at this point in time, I'm not ready to stamp that, because the W13 is not where it should be. Everybody knows that, right? Everybody knows that. Still doesn't take away what he's done, but he's not going to be around forever. All right. None of them were, none of them are. We need new drivers, young drivers that are coming into this sport to obtain the skill, learn the ropes, be more involved, and to succeed in order for us to have a Formula One season going forward to even be interested in watch. Nobody wants to watch something that's just trash. Nobody. Somebody got to drop their seat in Ferrari next year. Hey, bro, that might be the case. How am I supposed to answer this poll? Is it just a yes or no? I think no. I don't think he should go. Matter of fact, I mean, right. No, you got a good ass. That's a good point, bro. You got a good question. You got a good point. Hold on. Right. See, that's why I trust my fam, right? Because when I'm moving too fast, they get me right. I got you. Bow. Big shout out to the fan for that. So yeah, I don't think he should be out, but at the same time, like, Mick hasn't been doing like that great, right? Mick hasn't been doing that great. He hasn't. He's obliterated cars, and he's got this name, and everybody's expecting him to come in and do well. Like Russell, like, who's Russell's namesake? Russell would drive, as it sits right now, if we just went based off performance, Russell would drive circles around Mick. I would even say that Joe is better than Mick. Like, to me, I would say, and I mean, what, they both sitting there with Ferrari power units, right? Alfa Romeo and Haas are both using Ferrari power units. I don't know if Alfa Romeo is using the cassette and gearbox from Ferrari, but I know pretty much the Haas is the white Ferrari. We've already deemed it that. Has Mick outperformed Joe? And Joe's had a rough season. Joe's had a lot of DNFs due to Ferrari power units. He had that awful, god-awful, thank God he made it out, crash. Like, Joe's had a rough season. Mick has literally obliterated cars, and thank God he also made it out. But he has, to me, not shown promise. Yeah, Joe is, no, man, I think Joe is better than Mick. I think Joe is better than Mick. I'm just saying, I think he is. I think he is. But I mean, that's still a very big debatable. It's still a big debatable, but I think Joe is better than Mick. I tell you what, I'll take Mick over Crash Tiffy. I'll do that. Now, I'm going to say this. Now, if Crash Tiffy can still be in the sport, I damn well know Mick can still be in the sport. Crash Tiffy has not only, I mean, we just finished watching bro take out Bonus in this last race. And we've seen, and Crash Tiffy is at the pinnacle of fucking up races. We're not going to even go into AD 2021. He is definitely. And I'm just saying, like, listen. Let's look at this. Let's check this out. Let's just take a look. Let's get Mick off here real quick. Let's look at these stats, okay? Mick has only finished above top 10 twice this season. In a Haas, I say only, but that could be deemed pretty good. Like, that could be deemed all right. We're not going to even go to 2021 because that was god awful. I think like the highest he might have finished is like 14th. But on average, he's finishing 15th, 14th, all right? Now, if we go and take a look at K-Mag, like nobody was expecting a lot from K-Mag coming in, right? I would dare to say that K-Mag coming in, we thought like Mick should like be the young Thundercat, boom it up. K-Mag gonna be a placement holder. I mean, K-Mag has finished in the top 10 four times. He's had multiple issues with the car, plus his collision. But outside of that, I would say that K-Mag has done better than Mick this season thus far. I would say that K-Mag has been a better driver this season. Now, I'm not down on the fact that Mick is still young and still learning, but it is something to be said when you come across a Ferrari-born child. Like we had Thanos on the show. And, you know, he used an example saying that basically when Mick Schumacher was born, he had a signed Ferrari contract. Like when he was born, it was what's going on, fam? Good morning, good morning. We just chopping it up. We just randomly talking about this situation with Mick Schumacher. Latifi has money backing him. That's a fact. That's a fact. Big shout out to Messica. What's up, bro? Hey, y'all know when he come through with the super chats, he's saying some serious shit at work. But I wanted to say he won F2 and F3. He's there on talent. May not be F1 material, though, at least not yet. I will always like him, though. And that's kind of what I'm about. That's what I'm kind of working my way to get to. Meska, big shout out, bro. You know, I definitely got to shout out the fam. Big up for that. But yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Like, he may not be there yet. And is he even in the right situation? Like, y'all might not be some of y'all are probably going to be familiar with NFL football. Some of you not. I'm going to use an example. Maybe it will translate. Maybe it won't. Baker Mayfield, #1 overall draft pick. Heisman Trophy winner, I even believe. Hella progressive fucking commercials, like in the stadium, like doing all this. But has Baker Mayfield's play been up to like overall #1 draft pick status? Hell no, it hasn't. Hell no. But he's an overall #1 draft pick. Now he's on his second team in Carolina. Is he ever going to be that? Is he ever going to be that #1 draft pick? But is that going to translate over to being a #1 or even top 5 QB in the NFL? I don't think so. You said it once. You stopped worrying about he was Ferrari born. He'll be better. Yo, G5, big shout out, bro. Let me give you your props. I'm telling you, he still needs the opportunity to flourish. Like if they consistently giving Latifi chances, now I'm not gonna lie, that might be his next stop. Now I'm gonna say right now, I would say Haas is above Williams to me right now, right? Where are they even in the standings? Let's see where they are in the standings. Let me check that. Let's see where Haas and Williams are as far as constructor points at this point in time. That way, you know, I'm saying something accurate, right? I don't want to say what I feel. Let's look at the numbers and see what they legitimately are. Let's check that out. All right, let's legitimately look at the constructor points and see where they are. Right now, yes, Williams is 10th last in constructor points. Haas is 7th. So I am correct in what I'm saying. Haas is above Williams as it sits right now in points. All right, they are above Williams in points. And if you can't see that, that's my bad. I will get that over. But yes, they are above Williams in points. Okay, and I will go ahead and scroll down so you can see that. There they go right there. You got Haas in 7, Williams in 10. That's what the deal is. Okay, so with that being said, I will continue. Haas is better than Williams. If Mick goes to Williams and he doesn't perform, like let's make a small comparison. Albon, like we felt at some point in time, Albon might be on his way out, right? Albon gets to Williams and literally to me has made a turnaround for the better. Like Albon is on the U-turn to say that I deserve an opportunity with at least a mid-tier team to really see if I can prove myself at that level. Because Thanos and I talked about this. You could take a low-tier driver, put him in a top 5 team, and you might see him get fucking exposed. You might see him get exposed because there's some straight monsters up there. On driving on another level, mental capacity on another level, experience on another level, the car on another level. Just because he might show promise doesn't mean he's ever going to be top tier. But I would debate that he could probably be in a mid-level, but he's got to prove that. And to me, he hasn't even proved that against K-Mag. And I think we all pretty much feel like Kevin Magnussen, like journeyman type level, like he all right. He come in, if he does something good, we really wild, right? We really wild, like, oh shit, like K-Mag doing something. That's how it is. Mick, he ain't really did nothing yet, but it's not to say that he can't. Okay, but if you compare him to like Joe, Russell, where does Mick sit for you in comparison to those drivers? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put a poll up. And you tell me. I want to see who y'all think Mick is better than. Matter of fact, I'm just going to ask it this way. I'm just going to ask it like it's going to be a yes or no. These two, is Mick better than Russ or Joe? I want to ask y'all that. Poll in the chat. Don't dance on it. Just vote on it. Do y'all feel like Mick Schumacher is better than Russell or Joe? Yes or no? K-Mag has smoked pretty much all of his teammates in memory serves. All right, Surreal, appreciate that. Okay, K-Mag poop. If K-Mag poop, then what do you call Mick? If K-Mag is poop, then what do you call a Mick Schumacher then? I got to know this. If K-Mag is poop, what do you call a Mick? Mick better than Joe. Oh, okay. Not in my opinion. Put the choices as Russ and Joe, not yes or no. No, because I wanted to be like a yes or no, those two. But I will definitely put another poll up and we could do the separate. Matter of fact, that's what I'll do next. I'll put another poll up, put Mick, Joe, and Russell in the selection, and then see who the population thinks is the better driver. I'll do that. How about that? How about that? You know what I'm saying? I'm all here for the public today. I'm all here for the fam and the subscribers today. We'll run the game how y'all want to. I got you. Here we go. And then I'm going to get to my next point too. Damn, this shit acting funny. And we'll go with Russ. Okay, boom. Poll in the chat. Don't dance on it. Just vote on it. Poll in the chat. By popular demand, I got my fam here. This is how they want the poll up. Go ahead. Vote on it now. Now I got all 3 drivers in there. Who is the better driver? Russell, Joe, or Mick? I think those are 3 fair comps given time in and coming out of Williams, Joe coming into Alfa Romeo. I think honestly like Alfa Romeo might have gave Joe that shot before Piastri. I would put Piastri in here, but he don't have a real seat yet, and we still waiting for those. And as soon as that news breaks, I'm going to be on here, and we'll talk about that. But this is something else Yeah, hell yeah, Joe underrated. They be hating on Joe. I think Joe underrated. Joe to me been solid as far as his drives and given the shit he's been through. But I'm gonna say this. Really, Mick is better. Whoa! Who said that Mick is better than Russ? Sean, bro, fam, you serious right now? You honestly think Mick is better than Russ? Hey, bro, I'm gonna need you to put up some context or some points on that. Like, please explain to us kind of how you believe that. Matter of fact, when we have that'll be our Zoom meet. We'll have a Zoom meet on that, so you can verbally explain to the family why you think that. But okay, it's like this. Like, Mick is a product of something that was great. Michael Schumacher is one of the greatest drivers in Formula One, one of the greats, okay? The most world championships tied with Lewis Hamilton, who tied that recently. And a lot of us think he might break it, could have been, but we won't get into that. But Mick's situation is kind of similar. Like, yo, have you seen Michael Jordan's son? Have you seen Michael Jordan's son? Michael Jordan. Okay, Sean. Okay. Thanks, Dario. He was asking. Have you seen Michael Jordan's son? Do you even know where Michael Jordan's son is playing right now? Does anybody in the chat know where Michael Jordan's son is playing right now? If anybody could tell me that, tell me. Please tell me. Please, where is Gary Payton's son playing right now? Right? I think, like, where is Shaq's son playing right now? Where is any shit? Let's see. Who can we name in like football? Their son playing. Now you can go off the Mannings. Like that's like the Mannings is an unprecedented type lineage, right? Archie, Peyton, and damn, what's the other one? Because he's funny as hell to me sometimes. But he Eli, Archie, Peyton, and Eli all got in. Well, are they all like equal when it comes to like the level of play? No, I would say that Peyton is like the better out of all, but still all made, in the NFL, elite players, name well known, did good things, great things, got a Super Bowl, but that's rare. Then you could talk about the Griffeys, King Griffey Jr. That's rare. That's rare. You don't have that often. LeBron's son, Bronny, like, we can't judge him yet because he's not at that level, that fork in the road to see if he's going to be able to go pro or is he a no. So we got to let Bronny grow a little bit. We got to let Bronny kind of get there. Right now, Bronny's still finding his way. Bronny's not even in college yet. So we still waiting to see what happens with Bronny, right? But still, it's a rare situation where kids that are the children of superstars, mega stars, historically great players, Hall of Fame players, rarely have we ever seen them live up to even close to those standards. That's true. Bronny not even a five-star recruit. Bronny's not even a five-star recruit, but still, Bronny still got time. He's still high school. And how many times, R33, how many times have we seen people that aren't five-star recruits still make it to the pros and shine like hell? Be for real. Be for real. Because 10 teams passed up on Patrick Mahomes. 10 teams passed up on Patrick Mahomes. Tom fucking Brady wasn't even the number one. He wasn't even the number one overall draft pick. Tom fucking Brady wasn't even number one overall. And he's the greatest quarterback in the NFL today. So we still got to give Bronny time. Like, him not being a five-star recruit does not say that he won't be there. Because we've seen several star players that fucking go hard in the pros that got shitted on in the draft, on five-star recruit, on all of that shit. We've seen that plenty of times. Look at Shannon Sharp, Hall of Fame tight end. He went to Savannah State. Look at bro's draft number. He a Hall of Fame tight end. One of the best, probably, if you had to name 10 top tight ends, Shannon Sharp's probably in your top 5. He's probably in your top 5. So I'm just saying, like, that's not an indictment on Bronny's potential. But still, I'm talking about, will Bronny meet the level of LeBron James's career, his dad's career? Probably not, right? So that's different to say five-star recruit. He could still shine in the pros. But will he ever reach the levels of LeBron James? Likely not. Like, the odds say no. The odds say no. So I don't think it's a fair assumption or fair. I don't think it's a fair amount of pressure for people to say, yo, you got Schumacher's name, you got to be great. No, we want to see you be great. We hope that you're great. We hope that you can live up to the Schumacher name. But does that mean he's going to go on to be 8 world title champions? No. Does that mean he's going to go out and have a hell of a bunch of hat tricks and all this? No. Does that mean he's even going to have 1 world championship? No. But it is to say, at least we want to see him do halfway decent to where he's relevant outside of his name. Like, we want to see if Mick can be relevant outside of his name. No, bro. I know you weren't disrespecting Bronny. I was just using that as an example how, like, it could be different. Now, I know you weren't disrespecting them, but, that's true. Penn ought to be like their fathers. That's right. That's a fact. And you right about Bronny and not even being a 5-star recruit, but think about the hype that sits behind his name, and then you be like 5-star recruit. You would expect better than that, but the truth is, like, we don't know yet. Let me see what else y'all got. The Earnhardt family. That's a good example. Dale Earnhardt and Earnhardt Jr. Like, I would say that's another example of something similar, right? I think Earnhardt's name, he kept that name thriving. It built out. Now, was he as great as Dale? Nah, I ain't gonna say yes, right? Even though Dale had some dirty ass. Dale's driving was crazy. Dale's driving was like, he was the shit. Like, Dale was the shit, but he'll shit on you too. Dale Earnhardt would shit on you in a second on the track. Kid got mad pressure on. He does got mad pressure on him. That's a fact. Send Mick to Formula E. Damn. Hey, we've seen drivers make that transition. It's not far-fetched to think that might not happen. The reason is they not hungry. They missing the grip. Hey, that's another good-ass point. Alex, what's up? Mick deserves a seat, but at the moment is a risk. Yo, big shout out to you. I totally agree with that. Big ups. I got you. I totally agree with that. It is at risk right now, but I'm gonna say that he definitely. Now check this out. What about this? Mick is German. He's the only German driver on the grid right now. Well, Vettel is, but soon he will be, right? Because I'm saying that I don't think Mick is gonna be out. What if Mick can hang around long enough to the point where Audi snatches him up? Audi brand, Audi PU, German brand, German PU, German driver, trifecta. What if that's the case? But at that point in time, will Mick have proved himself to the point we be there? Because Ferrari seemed like they done with him. Like, Ferrari, boom, they done with him at this point in time. But that's not saying much at this point in time either, because Ferrari, we don't think that highly of Ferrari's thought processes right now. We just don't. Like, they really been killing themselves. Strategy been ass. So we can't even really say, based off what Ferrari's been doing, is this a good decision? Like, should they had, several ties with him? But I mean, this is business, and business does happen. And Mick's gonna have to work his way around and try to find that spot and earn it up. That's what he's gonna have to do. Like, that's the best thing for him to do. Like, he gonna have to take this gut punch. I think so. I think it could be Audi bound. I do. And another thing that I've been also, getting into is, I'll get into that on another video. Either Porsche or Audi will recruit Mick. And see, I don't know if Porsche will have the ability to recruit Mick, because Porsche is really coming in partnership with Red Bull as a PU. They not coming in like Audi is as a team. Like, Audi's coming in as a team. I don't think Porsche's coming in as a team to take over the Red Bull brand. Red Bull's still going to be a team. Red Bull's still going to call the shots. But Porsche is going to be like in the background and in the PU, I think, because Honda will leave, Porsche will come in. But Audi could definitely call some shots, because they're legitimately going to be on the grid as a livery and a PU. All right. Like Mercedes on the grid as a livery and PU. So Audi could do that. And I think maybe Audi would pick him up. Maybe. It depends on how Audi wants to come in. If at that point in time, if Mick has proven to be like We could take a chance on Mick, especially in our earlier phases, and give him the opportunity to be a German driver in a German brand with a German engine, with a German PU, and see what happens. I think they can take that opportunity initially. But if they come off hella competitive, like if Mick if his teammate, whoever his teammate will be, let's say it's still Bottas, which it might not be at that point in time. Bottas might be out by then. Whoever it is, let's say they got a fucking hellified competitive package and Mick's not performing, they're going to be done with that. They're not going to waste time because at some point in time, Audi's like, we got to make a run for this shit. We're coming to make a statement. And if Mick's not in that scheme, then they're going to can his ass. At this point in time, Mick's next contract, I don't think is going to be multi-year deal contract. I think it's going to be season to season. That's what I think. We need more morning lives. Got my morning pop. Hey, I'll definitely try to facilitate that. I just felt like getting on, trying something different, hollering at y'all about this. And definitely, I'll see if I can facilitate that, fam. They are screwing up this man. You know, it's kind of like Baker Mayfield complex, right? Some feel like Cleveland wasn't an organization that could even like grow a solid quarterback, which I don't think that's entirely true, but I do think there's some truth to that. But now he's with the Panthers. At some point in time, you got to be great enough for people to realize, like, yo, he's too great for that organization. Nobody can say Baker Mayfield is too great for Cleveland. Baker Mayfield's too great for Carolina. Baker Mayfield has shown that he's not that great, but he still gets an opportunity to show that he may have the potential to be a top 10, let's say 15. I'll say top 15 quarterback. Stay there. Because to me, he ain't even top 10. Not at all. And Mick, out of 20, and let's see what y'all said on the poll. 73% of y'all said Russell's better than Mick, but 23% of y'all said that damn Mick's better than Joe. Joe only got 4% of the votes. Whoa. Okay. Hey, well, let's look at some information. Let's do that. Let's look at some information. So we looked at K-Mag. So let's go back. I'm going to bring up Joe's stats for right now. Just finishes this season. Let's see what Joe said. Let's see what Guan Yu sitting. All right, bam. All right, I'm finna bring up his GPs 2022. All right, so I'm gonna bring up Joe in comparison to Mick, and we'll look at this. All right, so let's bring Mick down. Let's look at Joe. Let's see what he popping on. I mean, it's not a lot there, but let's see. So we looking at 14, 13. We know he was pulled for that. 14, 8, 16, power unit, power. All that shit right there is Ferrari. We're not going to hold that against him. We're not going to hold that against Joe. We're not going to do that. All that shit right there is Ferrari. So we are definitely going to let that go. Let me see what else he got down here. All right, so 2022. So 10, 11. All right, so then let's switch it over. Let's switch it over to Mick and see what Mick, and compare these numbers right here. Top finish is 8. It seems like his average finish, I'm gonna give him like 15 for his average finishes, right? 15, maybe 14, like if we average that out. Now let's go over to Mick and check this out. And if you look, 2022, 11, 13, 17. Now, mind you, he's been at more events than Joe. 17, 15, 14, 14, 8, 6, 15, 14, 17. Like, honestly, they really kind of comparable. It's really kind of comparable. Only the one thing that I can give Joe is he hasn't torn a fucking car to pieces multiple times. Joe has not torn a car to pieces multiple times. That's what we can say between Mick and Joe. Mick has totally destroyed cars multiple times. Joe has not. Not even in the last situation was that something that was Joe's fault. Lightweight that was Gasly squeezed into an area. I think him and Russ made contact. Russ came out. Like, however that happened, it wasn't Joe's fault. To me, Joe is legit. I would say Joe is the better driver. I would say that to me. But I guess unless we, I'm going to say Joe. That's my opinion. I don't mind it if people say Mick is one, because even based off the numbers, like we could kind of say like they in the same realm, but I mean, if I'm a team, I'm not trying to give Mick too much of shit because he's tearing up things. Joe is not out here tearing up cars, killing the cost cap. You know, if anything, it's Ferrari power units that's killing them. And they had that major incident, which was not Joe's fault. So I'm still gonna lean towards Joe. And that website right there that I use is F1 Stats. Yeah, so check them out, F1 Stats. That's the source I use. I've used other sources and the shit was horrible, but I've yet to have a bad experience using them. So you could check them out. Mick has a better car sometimes. I think Mick, yeah, I could agree with that. I could agree with maybe the Haas has been better. But where let's see where Haas sits in relations to constructor points. Let's see that. I mean, we could just answer that off the rip. You know, if better drivers, I think that kind of might be a way to see better drivers, right? Especially with Alfa Romeo and Haas, because I think they have, I would say, equal machinery, but the drivers would make the difference, right? And right now, Alfa Romeo sits at 6. Alfa Romeo sits at 6 over Haas. So one position over Haas in constructor points. That's where they sit. So you got Haas, you got Alfa Romeo. So I'm going to say that they are better. I'm going to say they have a better driver pairing. And that would be the decision for me to say which one are better, because the cars I would say might be equal. I would say that right now, as it sits with Haas with Ferrari, gearbox, all that, and Alfa Romeo with Ferrari, I would say that the cars are probably equal, right? But the drivers will make the difference. And I think Joe and Bottas are better drivers than K-Mag and Mick. That's how I would put it. How many of those points were Valtteri? Oh shit, I would probably let me check. I'll check. I will definitely see that. Let me see. We can definitely do that. Drivers. Let's see this. So as it sits, here we go. I'll bring it up so y'all can see, so we can check it out together. All right. Let's check out the website. There's Valtteri, 46 points. And Joe, 5 points. So there you go, 5 points. Mick Schumacher has 12 points. He's sitting at 15 in the standings. So, but you also got to put it in context. Look at how many DNFs that Joe has had due to power units and or that last accident, right? I just said that he's had more of those than Mick, right? So if we look at Joe has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 situations. Mick, 1, 2, right there. I mean, so you kind of got to factor that in. You got to factor that in a little bit. Like, we got to be, when it comes to that. But yeah, definitely more of those points belong to Valtteri. More of those points do belong to Valtteri. Just like I'm sure more of those points belong to K-Mag, right? How many points did K-Mag have? Let's look at that. How many points did K-Mag have? I'm pretty sure K-Mag has more points than Mick. Let's check that out. Driver standings. Drivers, let's see. All right, so out of those 2 drivers, we'll see that, where is he? K-Mag has 22 points so he carries more points in the Haas team as well. Both veteran seasoned drivers carry more points, but I can tell you one thing, I see Ocon got more points than Alonso. And hell, just to add, you know, we still got Russell still got more points than Hamilton, so we'll be fair right there. We'll be fair right there. But I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is. I'm just saying though. I was making a point to somebody that Ocon was doing better than Alonso and Alpine, and they were like, no way. But I mean, if you go by how many finishes Ocon's had over Alonso, Ocon's finished better than Alonso in majority of the GP. So I don't know why they keep going to shit on Ocon. Like, I don't understand that. They tripping. Yeah, K-Mag have more points. It can be a hard call. It can be a hard call between like Joe and Mick, but that's why I'm saying I don't think Mick should be out of Formula One. Like if Haas doesn't want him, he surely shouldn't be out. Like he surely should have a spot at Williams. And Williams should probably consider letting Albon go up. But I don't think so. They'll probably keep Albon and get rid of Crash Tiffy. Like if anybody deserves to be out, I think Crash Tiffy right now has earned the backdoor crack to walk out and into Formula E. That's my opinion. Oh, Dario, you think Esteban and Daniel next season together? Ooh, I think so. I think that's likely. I'm going to report on that when that happens. Like, I still been checking to see when that news is going to drop, like when this CRB board is going to decide the fate of Oscar Piastri. I think that Alpine needs to stop being petty. I think they dropped the ball on Oscar, and they should let the man go. Like I think they dropped the ball. That's just my opinion. They dropped the ball. They were trying to hold on to Alonso, and then you literally told him that if Alonso did well, he was going to get another year, and that means you was going to hold Piastri out and put him in Williams. Like that right there, that to me was not integrity. Integrity would be like, yo, we've been investing in you. Alonso's at the tail end of his career. It's game time. We got you in the seat. Alonso, you got to go. But they didn't do that. So I'm not even mad at Oscar's move. Now, I don't know what the board is going to decide, what these four lawyers are going to decide and see. But I think Alpine is going to be better served to accept Daniel for this season with McLaren paying the tab and let Oscar go. That's how I feel about it. So yeah, I think that Mick deserves another opportunity somewhere else. If it's not with Haas, probably with Williams. I don't know if he's done enough to go up to. I mean, hell, he probably has. To me, he's done enough if he wants to. If hot, at Aston, but Aston got Alonso, so I think it's going to be Williams, or maybe even AlphaTauri if Gasly gets to move to Alpine. But then I don't think AlphaTauri will take Daniel back, put him back in the Red Bull family at all. So maybe it could be there. Maybe it could be AlphaTauri. Maybe. I think Joe signed his extension. I think Alfa Romeo's happy with him. Sauber's going to be there. Audi will take over. And that's 4 years from now. So, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I think that's likely. Definitely, I think McLaren is out. I don't think they're going to take him. Like McLaren's trying to move up, and Mick is not a better driver than Daniel. So they're not going there. Ricardo to NASCAR. Woo! Damn! Ricardo ain't that damn bad now. We got other teams down there that Ricardo can go to. We got Haas. We got Williams. Back to Alpine. Like, nah, I can't see Daniel going all the way to NASCAR. That was harsh. That was harsh. And I say some harsh shit. Prediction: Audi gets Nico and Mick. That's crazy. How about this prediction? Audi comes back. Vettel comes out of retirement to join a German team, German PU with a German driver. How does that sound for a ceremonial reback? Because, come on, retirements these days are like seeming not retirements. Gronk retires. I think I'll be back in November. Comes back. Brady retires in 3 weeks. I'm exaggerating. He's out of retirement. Like, these retirements these days don't seem to really be like legitimate retirements. It's kind of like, I don't want to fuck with you, so I'm going to retire until I want to fuck with somebody else, and then I'll unretire. That would be crazy. Ocon and Gasly are not friends. Yeah, they might not be friends. I could see that. But shit, I don't think Lando and Daniel really friends like that, in my opinion. Hell, we seen Mazepin and Mick not be friends like that, so that shit happens. I could see IndyCar. I could see him going to IndyCar. I could see that. I could definitely see that. That might not be bad. Vettel and Mick, I'm telling you, that would be crazy. That would be crazy in my opinion. That would be crazy for them to open up like that. I don't know if they'll stay like that, but for Audi to come in and open up like that, it'd definitely be a eye catcher, draw a lot of attention, get a lot of headlines. I can tell you that shit. That would be crazy. 4-time world champion, back-to-back quadruple, Sebastian Vettel taking Mick Schumacher, his fellow German driver, under his wing for a German. Woo, that shit was smoke. that shit was smoke. People, man, that shit would be smoking in the tableau. Now I don't know if it's gonna smoke on the track, but it'll definitely be some shit to talk about. Mick shouldn't be this list. Should be on who's the worst driver. Yeah, Latifi by far. I said that. Latifi needs to find his way out. I'm telling you. Daniel joined Alpine, just confirmed. Shit, look at that. I got to see this because I'm gonna tell you right now, some fake ass account had put, and I said that if the shoe dropped and you saw something about Daniel and Alpine, then you already know what the outcome is for the Piastri shit. So, you can pretty much guarantee that Oscar will be with McLaren if that happens, and we're gonna be here talking about. I already got this shit ready. So we'll see. Insider drops truth bombs amid a F1 chaos. Daniel Ricciardo maps out timeline. And I see right here, we got now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a fake ass account. That's a fake account. This Alpine account is not real. First of all, that's not a legitimate start. And they dropped this. And I put a news thing out about that, right? That account dropped some fake ass news. I'm going to tell you that right now. They dropped some fake ass news. Now, I'm not saying it's not real now because I've been on here with you all. I haven't been paying attention to the news and looking at my alerts. But, that would be just Ricardo going back to Renault, basically. So, yeah, we'll see Daniel Rick at Alpine. We'll see what happens. Hello, what's going on, y'all? What's up? We just in here chopping it up this morning. Pedro Alonso was taking Vettel's play. Yeah, I know. Alonso's taking Vettel's place. He's not gonna do nothing for Aston. I got something coming out. Aston is assing right now. They ass right now. I expected better from them, for real. I expected better from McLaren too, but hell, I also expected better from Mercedes, but Mercedes ain't nowhere near fucking off like Aston and damn McLaren. Like, goodness, God gracious. Well, yeah, I just want to get on here and holler at y'all real quick about that. I probably will be back later depending on what happens with CRB. Austin, just what's up? If you look, let me give you your props. Let me see what this super chat says. Austin, big ups. Let me see what you got. Let me see what you're talking about. Austin says, if you look at the scenarios that were out of their control, the cost Alonso and Hamilton points to their teammates, it's a bunch. Respect to the legends. That's a fact. That's a fact. Would y'all, let me ask y'all that. Let me see if y'all will agree to that. Let me see. Poll in the chat. Don't dance on it, just vote on it. And now I'm about to leave it open. A matter of fact, I'm about to rephrase it because R33 will get on me. And here we go. I'm about to put these options up and I'm gonna see what y'all say. All right. Cause sometimes I think these terms get thrown around and I don't know about it. All right, here we go. Poll in the chat. Don't dance on it, just vote on it. I want to see what y'all say. I want to see what y'all say about this. Because to me, I think Alonso, I don't think he's legend. I would probably say definitely elite. And that's no hate. I'm just a component of looking at stats, records, accomplishments, what you do in the sport, how you conduct yourself in the sport, in and outside of the sport. So I don't know if I could say he's great. Like, people kill me already talking about Max Verstappen is great. He's got one championship, and that shit got a big asterisk on it, and that ain't no biasness or no hate. That's real. The situations that developed in order for him to come out champion in that race in Abu Dhabi, going even with Lewis Hamilton, is an asterisk championship. This season is going to be his legit championship in my eyes. He still got two, but it's going to be legit. So, and I understand the whole scenario, if they crash, definitely Max did his work. He deserved to be in the battle for the championship. Whoever comes out with the chip is the one who deserved it. But the way that transpired definitely left a bad taste in many legitimate people's mouths and thoughts. But what do y'all say? So 41% say good, 32, and that's pretty much what I think is like. That's where my progression is. Like, if you say good, I could definitely say Alonso's a good driver. I could say it without any hesitation. When you get to, is he a great driver? I'm like, yeah, I can look at some things and see that. You get to legend, I'm like, no, just a hard no. I'm a hard pass on that. He's not legendary to me. That's just how I see it. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I know people looking at the flexi floor situation, but nothing came out like where we can legitimately say Red Bull had it, no doubt. Now we're looking at like performance, looking at gaps that started occurring when the talk came around, looking at the pace of the car and how these things happening. And in comparison, you know, we kind of say like, if there were two teams that had the flexi floor, most of us are like, it's Ferrari and Red Bull. And then I also came around to say, maybe it's not Red Bull at all. Maybe it's Ferrari and Haas but so it's just maybe, you know, that I could get that, but it's not, that hasn't came out to like certainly say. Now, if that comes out, certainly proven, the FIA tests come out and prove that Red Bull's been running an illegal floor, then that's going to screw him again. And I'm going to have to attach him directly to that because he would directly know, unlike Abu Dhabi. Like Max wasn't in the car saying like, hey, do this. So I can't directly connect him, but the results of that race were faulty, period. Oh, BC, what's up? Alonso is a good driver. Let me give you your props before I read your super chat. Big shout out to you too. Welcome back. Glad to see you. I got you. And then I'm going to read your super chat. I got you. All right. Let me see what you said here. What did you say? Alonso is a good driver and the greatest hater of Sir Lewis. That is a fact. Alonso is scorned. He is a scorned lover for that. But yes. So anyway, listen, I might be back later. If news breaks on the CRB, the contract review board, I will be back. I might come back live. If y'all want me to come back live, let me know on that, or I might just make the video. But if you want me to come back live, if that breaks today, let me know. And I will do that versus making a video if I am, depending on what I'm in between. If I'm in between stuff, I might just have to make a video and put it out. But if I can come back live, maybe that's something we do. All right. So we're going to get off this. Mick, I think deserves another shot with another team in Formula One. I don't think he should be out just after this. Will Harris, 2007, Alonso to Hamilton. Just don't be aggressive in the first corner and let me through. Yo, I'm telling you like this right now. Alonso should have backed out. Here. Will, let me give you your props. By the way, everybody that's doing super chats and super stickers, your points are going to go towards the VIP box. When you get enough points, I'll ship it out to you straight up. You don't have to worry about nothing. I will get with you in the chat, ask you to DM me, and then I will get your VIP box shipped out. Believe that. But yeah, I totally feel y'all definitely y'all feeling this morning live. I can see that for sure. So definitely. Oh yeah, and yo, G5MDS, big shout out to you in the Zoom family chat. Everybody who joined, I think that was the most members we had in there at one time. Like really chopping it up after the Grand Prix. It was an awesome time, awesome perspectives, some funny moments. If you are not a member of the channel, you don't have access to the Wolves Den Zoom meets. I'm just being honest, being for real. I'm not trying to shade you. It is a good time, good people, an opportunity for you not just to comment, but to verbally say how you feel, verbally have debates. And plus, I do my best to bring guests into the Wolves Den so you can ask them questions versus just watching the video when I interview them. Austin, come back live. Damn, Austin, put that pressure on me. You put that Mick Schumacher pressure on me and shit, man. I got to give you a French toast for that one. I got you. That's one, Austin. And by the way, I like that name. Austin, Texas is where Coda is. So you got a pretty fucking awesome name, sir. I'm going to say that, Austin, all my exes live in Texas. Yeah, that's what I do. Boom, Mr. T48 Benzo, welcome back to the party. Welcome back to the party. You see, he got the Patronus Blue. So that means 2 months in. Big shout out to Mr. T. Man, Mr. T been here for a minute too. Big shout out, Mr. T. Let me get you in there. Mr. T, I like that name too. I pity the fool. Mr. T will smack your damn face off. You see what he did to Rocky the first fight? It's horrible. So anyway, yo, big ups to y'all. When the news breaks, if it breaks at a good time where I can get a break in my schedule like this, I will come back live and we will talk about the Oscar Piastri, more than likely also the Daniel movement, because I think it's taking so long to come out because they got a lot of moving parts. They're trying to figure out how Alpine can feel good about compensation. Not all of that is going to come through monetary because McLaren's not going to do that. Like, fuck that. You put the money in them. We're giving you Daniel. We got a contract still. We're paying for Daniel upwards of 20-something million dollars. We're going to pay that tab for him. So you're not paying for Daniel. Your contract with Oscar wasn't shit. Oscar doesn't have a multi-million-dollar contract. So I understand you put money in him, but did you put $20 million in Oscar? If not, then listen, let's get here. We'll get you a little bit back. We're going to take Oscar. You're going to take Daniel. We're going to work this out. I think that's kind of what's taking place. And I think, honestly, it might be even another driver that could be involved in the move with this whole cycle happening. So things could be getting pretty hairy in there. So we're going to see what happens, and then we'll come back and chop it up about that. So y'all go ahead, get a good breakfast in. Matter of fact, lunch is coming up. Get some good lunch. By the way, if you're wondering what's going to happen in the offseason, I'm going to be here live for testing. Now, at the beginning of the season, I did every day of testing for both sites, and I stayed on for over 8 hours a day, back to back to back. This time I'm not going to do that. I'm going to divvy up the time more efficiently, and we're going to go live doing certain parts of time and testing, and of course the shake and all that other good stuff if they even have a legitimate shakedown. And I know there's going to be news popping because a lot of us want to know, is Mercedes going to bring back out the W14 in the same form as the W13, or are they going to completely come out with a redesigned car and be hellacious? That's going to be a big top of the story in the offseason going into testing. So I know a lot of us are going to be wondering about that. So I will be here with you all throughout. Listen, I'm going to be here with you all in the off season, just like I was during that entire month summer break. I'm not leaving. In off season, Wolfpack is just not taking off. We're going to have things to talk about. I'm going to be here still live every weekend, as long as I'm not on some type of vacation. Even then, I might go live from the iPhone wherever the hell I'm at. You just have to deal with the background not being as good as this. But still, I'm going to be here and be doing my damn thing. Whoa, what's up? Starship up in here? Starship up in here? Where's she at? Sylvia Wick, what's up? I didn't even see you, Creepin' J Starship. What's up? I didn't even see my team I love my team. I love my team. That ain't no bullshit. By the way, I love my team. See, I'm getting a call right now. What's going on, baby cakes? No, I'm on the live right now with my family members right here, the Wolfpack family. I got you. Okay. See? I be claiming y'all. All right. So I'm about to get out of here. Go do some things with the queen. I'm gonna come back when the news breaks, and we'll get to that. So thank you for joining the morning live. I didn't know if y'all would really chime in on the morning live, but now I know. Big shout out to everybody. There will be a super chat post congratulating and thanking everybody who contributed. And I will also put the points in and start your file if you haven't had one started already. So if this is your first time doing a super chat or super sticker, I put your name in. It doesn't matter if you're a subscriber. It doesn't matter if you're a member. I will prefer you be a subscriber. And I also would love for you to become a family member like Mr. T did. But you don't have to be that in order for me to say thank you for contributing to the channel, because you still did. All right, so I will see you then. Peace and love.